Hello, everyone, and welcome. It is a rather weird bit of weather outside, isn't it? 1 minute it's sun shining, next minute it's raining, next minute it's hailstoning. Like the only thing we've not seen is snow, but with how big the hailstone has been, it's practically been snowing anyway. Hope you're all well. We are going to try and take you through the under-21's Premier League Cup final. Burnley made it, as did Sunderland, and then I think it was put into a hat for who hosts the final. And obviously, as a Burnley fan, unfortunately, it was sided with the team in red and white over at Sunderland. It's good to see. I've seen the team lineups, and we'll go through them shortly. I haven't been able to get a graphic, but I will tell you them as we go forward. But Connor Roberts, who obviously hasn't played for Burnley this year, is starting in this fixture. Yes, I know some are going to be saying, how can he start in an under-21's cup final when he's not under-21's? I think you're allowed one or two over 21's at a push, especially if I think they're coming back from injury. I'm not entirely sure on the actual legislation on that. But it's going to be an interesting one. There's another final that Burnley are in as well against our arch nemesis Blackburn, which we're still awaiting a date for that. We're still not sure when that date is actually going to come about. But time will tell. Time will tell. At the moment, there's a couple of players in the Burnley side that have come back from loans that are in the starting 11 as well. Vernon Massara is looking forward to the end of this season as well as to ending it hopefully on a high, because it has been a bit of a barren campaign in the Premier League too for the under-21s. He says it's been a good couple of weeks to build up and mentally prepare for the game. So I think we're in the right headspace going into it. They will be a tough team to play because they'll be good on the ball and aggressive. So it's one that we have to prepare for. It would be a great achievement to win just to finish the season on a high. And like I say, it is going to be interesting. We will go through the Burnley team. Cooney starts, Connor Roberts, as we said, Ollie Pimlet, Campbell, Pye, Briley, Massara himself, Clark, McMahon Brown. Tommy McDermott is the one who's back from his loan spell at Shrewsbury, and Puane in there as well. Subs for the Clout, Scott, Egan Riley, Leilua, however you pronounce his name, Johnson and Tweedy. And for the home side, they have Cowan, Lightfoot, Kinden, Holcroft, Jensen Jones and Jaden Jones. Also a H. Jones, Dinsdale, Alexic, Whitaker and Abdullah, who I think is part of their first team 11. On the bench for them is Metcalf, Leonard, Proctor, Neil and Scott. So again, it's, I think they're 15th in the table, Sunderland. I'm not entirely sure. I think they are 15th in Premier League 2. But that means for nothing. That means for nothing when it comes down to the game itself. Just going to see if the game is now available through Clarets Plus, because they did say it was able to view through Clarets Plus. And I'm none the wiser yet, and it's none the wiser on X either. I thought it might have had an update on there, but the players are coming out, and I'm hoping there's going to be quite a number of Clarets travelled to the stadium. I like to see this. First time that both of these clubs have reached a cup final. But again, still no update from the Clarets on whether it's on Clarets Player. However, if you do want to watch it, check out Sunderland's YouTube page. Sunderland are showing the final on their YouTube page at the moment. Nothing from Burnley on their Clarets Plus part of their website. And nothing from Burnley on the socials. Brilliant. Brilliant. I say get your comments in. We'll have a chat through the game as well. We'll talk about all the latest, like I say, if there's any transfer news, etc. If there's been any, the rumours, the managerial rumours. I mean, what's fans think of that? John Eustace being linked with the Burnley job. Like, again, it's a bit of a tough one to take, wouldn't it, if he got the job? So nothing from Burnley still as it goes. We are moments away from kick-off. Burnley excelled in the cup. They have, like I said, finished rock bottom of the Premier League 2. And let's see what happens. We are soon to get underway. Like I say, absolutely nothing from Burnley. So it's going to be Burnley who kick us off. Can Burnley do it? We are underway. Burnley in the blue away strip, as expected. Sunderland in the home kit. I wonder if Burnley haven't shared anything because they may be having trouble with connection, but like I said, nothing from the club in terms of even announcing that it's kicked off. Just now. And Sunderland have stolen. Burnley have to get this away. It's a shot blocked, shot again, and wide of the mark. Not even a minute on the clock. Sunderland tried to get themselves a goal up in front early. Let's see if I can... For some reason, Clarets player haven't exactly posted it. Burnley look a little bit lacklustre there. Bit of a wayward pass. Burnley do well to keep the ball in. Can they use the press well? Managed to work it back to Cooney and the Burnley goal. McMahon Brown, Burnley's top goal scorer. Trying to put some pressure on, but doesn't quite get there ahead of his man. Burnley have done well to steal away here. There's nobody in the box. Jensen Jones tries to do something with it. He's won Burnley a corner. The Clarets with this first set piece. 3.5 minutes in. Burnley goes short with the corner. Puani, can he take his man on? Does. Deflected. It's going to be another corner for Burnley. Whether they go for the short again is to be seen. But Ellis Clark does go short, but towards the edge of the box. Connor Roberts finds Puani. Ball whipped over. Header up. And it's into the arms of the keeper. Well worked by Burnley. Well, it weren't a marathon, John, but the 10k went really well. Sunderland now come forward. Tries to take 2 on. Now Burnley trying to close down the move. Abdullahi is massive. He's a right unit. But yeah, in fact, I'll show you. Because I went and got it framed after I'd done it. So here it is, my the medal and number. So yeah, it went really well. I managed to finish it. That was the main thing. But yeah, it went really well, John. McDermott, can he do something? Burnley have it. Puani, can he get this across the face? Oh, he had Kim McMahon Brown at the back. Stick. But it's another Burnley corner. Just showing it again. McDermott does well. Turns. Puani keeps himself free. And if he can just beat that last defender, McMahon Brown's in to just stab it goalwards. It looks like Burnley are going to go into the box with this corner. To the front post. He's took a bit of a nick. McMahon Brown tries to take a shot. It's deflected back into his path. But he's been pushed out wide. Now, Briley, the captain, gets to it. Burnley still have it. Connor Roberts. Burnley work it back to the keeper. Like I say, it's nice to see Connor Roberts back in a Burnley shirt as well. I know it, like I said, I don't know the ins and outs of how it works, the under-21s, and having players that are over 21. But I think you're allowed 1 or 2, something like that. Roberts does well to pick out his man, Briley. Good ball forward for Puwani. McDermott with the pass. Puwani, can he do something with this? Gets so far, looks to go for the shot. Again, ball over the top. Can Puwani steal away? He can. He's still got a chance. Skips past one. Tries to go and whip one across. And again, Burnley asking all the questions here. Now Connor Roberts again. Pulls it back for Briley, the captain. Bit of a patient build-up. Burnley have to be strong, but it's intercepted. Abdullahi still keeps the move alive. Like I said, he's a massive unit. And he's going to concede the fact. Really? I didn't have that as a free kick, but the referee seemed to have thought so. How you doing? Evening. Top Fan TV. How's things? Well, I appreciate it, John. Really, really do. Like I say, it's definitely something I've always wanted to do. So I'm looking into doing a half marathon next, and then eventually a marathon. But I'm still very achy. Like I literally pump myself up to the eyeballs with ibuprofen and paracetamol because I rolled on my ankle. But yeah, massive. Sunderland to take this free kick. Tried to go short. It's a crap one, really. And Burnley couldn't really counter from it. Sunderland stole it back. Good pressing now by Burnley to send Sunderland back. Now Burnley steal it. Oh, Clark couldn't really pick at a pass. Hey, who knows? Europe next season, you never know. But Man Brown, not the fastest of strikers. Burnley can start the move again at the back. Logan Parr picks out Puwani, who's seen a lot of the ball down this far side. Smart turn by Pimlett though. Can he do something with it? Gets across the box. He's gone down. I think he's looked for it a lot more than anything. The two skippers have a bit of a ding-dong in the centre of the park, but Sunderland do come out on top. Take this quickly. Work it back to the goalkeeper. Hello, sunshine. I'll do to you too, Yorkshire lass. To be fair, he looks alright so far. He's moving around alright. Like I say, it's whether he's Premier League ready, you know what I mean? But that's what these games are all about. It's about getting that fitness in and game time. And the flag is up. Flag has gone up, and Cooney did well there to close down the angle. So I'm not entirely sure what the crack is with the final. If it is still, you know, a draw at full time, whether it's extra time and pens or just straight to penalties. But Alexic has done well here. It's Sunderland that come forward. It's great defending. Great defending by Ollie Pimlott. It's Sunderland who have a corner. They've done well there. I mean, Sunderland have exploited the Burnley back line. And it's Alexic's ball who Dinsdale just couldn't finish the move. Just couldn't quite execute the pass across the box. So it's brilliant defending by Ollie Pimlott. Both arms aloft. Corner comes in. There's 7 men in the box. Burnley are up. Managed to clear. Ball across. And Burnley do well to deflect it away. It's going to be another corner. Corner taken short. Burnley do well to close it down. It's gone for a throw in. Puani was the strongest there. Connor Roberts does well. He was trying to work the ball back to the keeper, Cooney, who didn't quite read the pass, and Connor Roberts has gone down here. That's just not a good sight, especially when he's coming back from injury. I think Andy Farrell has had a word with Cooney as well, saying that he needs to look alive to those sort of... It's that ball there. But Connor Roberts is back to his feet. It is going to be a free kick to the Clarets. Ball pumped long by Cooney. Can barely do anything with it. McDermott picks out McMahon Brown. He's got Clark. Bradley plays the 1-2. No, Pimlott with an early ball in. It's away from him. Connor Roberts is having to bust along to get back. Does well. Picks up Logan Pye. Now Clark has it again. Across the back line for the Clarets. Briley again. Briley trying to look to see where the gaps are. Good ball over the top. Pimlott works it back. By the way, whoever's been let into the Stadium of Light with an air horn, shoot them. Like, seriously. Doing my treeing. Pimlott loses out to Abdullahi. It's well cut out by Burnley though. Very quickly. Now with Massara. Burnley tried to square it out to Puani, but it was intercepted. Burnley throw taken quickly. Connor Roberts finds Massara. Gets it back from the Burnley winger. Clark, a little bit hesitant in the challenge in the centre there. Could have done better with that. But seemed to pull himself out of the header. Bit of a wayward pass by Sunderland, goes straight through to the Burnley goalkeeper. And Sunderland are through here. If Connor Roberts can... Oh, amazing by Connor Roberts. That was great work by Connor Roberts. I've got to say that Sunderland were in. It was a brilliant 1-2 by Abdullah and his little knock forward just let Sunderland in. Connor Roberts, like I said, bursts back, and that last ditch defending is just perfect. Logan Parr picks out Cooney again, but it's intercepted, and it's a save by Cooney. It's given away by Burnley, and Abdullahi has a shot. Abdullahi, sorry. It's going to be a Sunderland corner. It's fizzed in. Burnley are up. Ball only to the edge of the box though. Blocked again. Sunderland are in, and it's a good save by Cooney, and Burnley need to get it away. Burnley with a throw-in. Puani tries to get in. The referee's got his arm up, I think. Is it going to be offside? I think it is an offside. So free kick taken quickly though by Sunderland. .22.5 minutes gone. Sunderland 0, Burnley 0. This under-21's Premier League Cup final. Sunderland are the one though, playing some really nice football. Burnley need to be really, really active. Reactive. And again, it's a lost foot. Sunderland are in again. Burnley need to clear. Just about do. The pressure from Sunderland as well. It's the one-touch stuff over the top. You know, in last year's Premier League Cup, Burnley knocked Sunderland out in the round of 16. Beating them 1-0, but nothing really clear-cut for Burnley here. But Sunderland have been knocking on the door, and an interesting fixture by all accounts so far. How we doing, Effie pal? Graham Mertis, Sunderland, asking the questions of Burnley here. Looking Andy Farrell and his boys doing this one. Patient start by Sunderland. Try to go with a long ball over the top. Clark under a little bit of pressure and ends up sending it out for a throw-in. Sunderland with the possession deep in the Burnley half. Throw-in finally taken. That's going to be another one as Clark just absolutely hoofs it out for another throw-in. Masara trying to chase down the ball on the far right hand side. It's now played more central. And Pimlet's going to have to stand tall here. This beats him. And the clearance ricochets off a Burnley defender. And he's out for another corner. Corner whipped in, headed towards the back stick. It's going to be a free kick for Sunderland. In a very promising position. Like I say, if you do actually want to watch this fixture, it is available on Burnley FC Academy's X page, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Free kick taken, whipped in deep. Cooney comes out and punches. It's a very strong punch by the keeper. Burnley need to try and sort this out. Well done by Burnley and Logan Pye, who cuts out the move. And it's a misplaced pass by Sunderland, so it's going to be a Burnley throw-in now. Charlie Adams out in the technical area for Burnley and giving instructions across the pitch. And Connor Roberts with the ball over the top, looking for the run of Masara. The keeper's out a long way. And Burnley do well here. It's McMahon Brown, who, to be fair, takes a shot he shouldn't have done there. He should have looked from, I think Massaro probably would have been the better option. Then he drops into space, gets it back from Massaro. I think McMahon Brown, to be honest, has tried to be a little bit greedy there. Sunderland seeing a lot of space on this right hand side. Burnley need to be strong in that area of the pitch, because that's where Sunderland are trying to exploit in numbers. It's just showing it again where McMahon Brown instead goes for goal when he could have picked out Massara. Header up by Burnley. Corner waste from Sunderland. I thought Burnley could capitalise there from Sunderland. Move that didn't quite come off. Burnley's choices not the best. Half an hour gone, still 0-0. Sunderland probably edging this. With Burnley now all 11 men behind the ball. And I think Burnley's back line are having to orchestrate Cooney a little bit between the sticks. McMahon Brown is judged to have made a foul. If he hadn't, he would have been through on goal. Free kick taken. Shot by Holden. Plays it to Jensen Jones on this left hand side. Now back across to the far left hand side for Sunderland, but a bit wayward by Burnley. They need to think about the passing structure here, because it's a little bit wayward. They're not really picking out Anyone in blue? And the ball back with Connor Roberts. It's going to be a Burnley throw-in, but there's no one really there to make a pass. Like Massara's just lost out again, and Sunderland can try and put Burnley back under pressure. Now Tommy McDermott. He's done well. He's body checked, but to be fair, I think if he'd still had the ball at his feet, would have been a free kick, but he kicked the ball quite far forward and was on the chase. It's Dinsdale on this near side. Like I said, this near side is where Sunderland are having a lot of their spell of possession. And now McDermott. He's got Connor Roberts lung busting. Again, it's a bad ball by McDermott. There's not enough on it. And now Sunderland come forward. Alexis tries to put it across. Burnley can try and stab it clear. Now with Clark, Connor Roberts. Now with Logan Pye. Ball over the top for McMahon Brown. Tries to get to it, but Clark can't recycle the move. And Roberts tries to pick out Massara. Does keep it in play. Connor Roberts plays the 1-2 with Massara. He's got the run, but Briley can come forward and it's going to be a corner for the Clarets. Like I said, Burnley haven't really been at the races. Hey, no worries, John. Glad to have you in. Connor Roberts gets a 1-2. Ball whipped over. Header up, and it's just over the bar. I think it's Murray Campbell who got his head on it. But that's the closest Burnley have probably come. Not entirely sure what the camera person's doing here, but it's they've zoomed in quite too much, to be honest. You can't really. It's a bit of a pain in the arse. Oh, finally it's gone back to normal. How you doing, Jiro? I hope things are good. Hoping you can get a chance to see the DM I sent you earlier this year on Twitter. Which one was that? Yeah, Roberts is playing, John. He's just gone for a long throw into the box. It's header up, and if McDermott did stay where he had. Oh, he's looking at He's lucky he's not looking at a card there. Oh, he is. I expected that, to be fair. A bit of a nasty challenge by Tommy McDermott. Yes, I will. In fact, I've just opened it now. I'm not getting notifications for some reason for my inbox, which is being a bit of a pain in the backside. But yeah, I will get back. I'll get back to you at the end of this. But to be honest, I don't see it being a problem. I'm gonna have to do it on Tuesday though, because I've got plans for the rest of the week. So Tuesday at 8 is the only day I can do, as long as that's all right with yourself. Yeah, in regards to you coming over, I'm not even going to be able to meet up with you because I'm going to be away that weekend, which I'm absolutely gutted about, because we did mention it. So yeah, I won't be at Turf Moor for the final game, unfortunately. But yeah, at 8 p.m. UK time, yeah. In fact, yeah, when do I have a look? So yeah, I think I come back. I think I'm back in Burnley from the 27th. So we'll definitely sort something out. Definitely sort something out, mate. Alexic is in. Connor Roberts is putting some pressure. And again, it's a good block by Murray Campbell. Pimlet puts his setup in there. Evening, Rich. How you doing, mate? Hope you're well, pal. Sunderland with a spell of possession. Now with the ball across the back line. Trying to look for an open pocket of space. Like I said, they have been working these opportunities quite well. When it gets to the final third is where it just stagnates a little bit for the home side. Burnley now trying to put the pressure on. And Connor Roberts cuts the move out. Tries to play a ball forward for McMahon Brown. He's on his own. So he does need that support. Massara with him. Picks out Roberts. Burnley probably have to work the ball back. Now to the centre. Out wide for Pawani. Clark. Pimlet with a ball up. Header up. Can Pimlet keep it in again? It's dropped over him. He can still keep the move alive. Decides to let it run for a throw in. Glad you're good, Rich. Glad all is well with yourself. How's the family? Hopefully all is well. Like I say, I'm rooting for you guys to stay up. I want Spurs to come down. I want Spurs to come down and you guys stay up. However, though, if West Ham do come down, like I say, you'll have Burnley Blackburn. You'll have Millwall West Ham. Cardiff Swansea. There'll be quite a good number of rival games in the AFL. So I don't know. For that sense, I sort of hope that you come down to watch that. But obviously, I'd rather see Spurs come down. I think it'd just be well funny. How you doing, Wayne? Up the clarets indeed. Hopefully these clarets with a corner can get something just before half time. Plenty of Burnley bodies in the mix. Corner whipped in. Murray Campbell. McMahon Brown. Fans. Briley. Masora. Pawani can keep this alive. Pimlock for support. Briley's there. And it's going to be another Burnley throw-in. Again, Burnley trying to knock on the door now. They're having these little spells and then they seem to just fade off into the distance again. But yeah, no worries, Gerard. We'll sort it. We'll sort it out. I'll make sure that we see each other before you head back to the States. 100%. Pawani. Masara. McDermott couldn't quite get it, but Lightfoot knocks it clear. Connor Roberts goes back. About 90 seconds left this first half before we see anything added on. Oh, I bet it is, Wayne. I bet it is. Just Connor Roberts. Just Connor Roberts, John. Masara gets the ball across. Clark! And it is in! Ellis Clark puts the Clarets 1-0 up. Right on the cusp of half time, and it's the Clarets who take a 1-goal advantage against the run of play, really. Sunderland have been the better of the two sides. But again, the ball comes across, and it is Ellis Clark with the finish. It might have been a rough league season for the Clarets, but it's definitely not a rough Premier League Cup for them. They are 1-0 to the good against the Mackhams. And apparently the Sunderland fans are singing, "We're going to win 2-1. Yes, we love you, Burnley. We do. We love you, Burnley. We do. We love you, Burnley. We do. Oh, Burnley, we love you. Miss Claret, how are you doing? Sunderland tried to come forward. There's been 1 minute added on at the end of this first half. Ball does stay in play. Now Clark has to try and nullify the threat. Ball whipped over. It's to the back stick. Connor Roberts is going to now have to try and close this down. Whittaker. Lightfoot. Jones with a shot. And it's wide of the mark. I think that will be enough. It is. It is half time at the Stadium of Light. Burnley, I've got to say, have done really, really well to withhold the pressure, because Sunderland have come at them on leaps and bounds. Abdullahi has had a good couple of attempts at goal himself. Like I say, it's that one-touch passing around by Sunderland that's really got them in front and got them over the... Well, tried to get them in front. But it is the Clarets who hold the advantage in this cup final. Like I say, it was a bit of a strange move because Burnley had not really done much in the build-up to the goal. And then out of nowhere, Masara has it. Gets the ball across. Little flick back. But I think it was McMahon Brown. And it's just Clark who finishes the move. It was fantastic by the Clarets. And as we say, it is 1-0 to the good. As Kate says in the chat, please remember to give this video a thumbs up. I'm glad you're good. I'm all right. I'm pretty good. I'm all right. I'm aching for my run that I did the other day, but other than that, all is good. Um, John says I went to the Villa game down, first game in 3 years. What a game to pick, eh? Not bad. We actually put in a performance. Um, Geordie, how you doing? Hope you're well, mate. Uh, Joe says I have to ask a generic question. What is the best place in town to get a breakfast? I mean, that makes sense in regards to the coffee shop. I get that. It depends what you want for breakfast. Like, what are you thinking of? If you was to say what you wanted for breakfast, then what are you thinking? Like, are you wanting a full English breakfast, or depends on what you want. It really does depend on what you fancy on the day, I suppose. So I'm not sure whether Connor Roberts will play in the second half. He's not gone back into the dressing room. He's actually sprinting over 45 yards up and down to run on his leg. I'm not entirely sure why. I thought he'd have been in the dressing room, but he's putting the mileage in on his leg. So I don't know whether that's for him to maybe keep going. All right, fair enough. Um, yeah, Kate's got a potty car. Roll lounge isn't bad for breakfast, but you can get all sorts of places. Yeah, it's not far from the town centre. In fact, one day we'll, like I say, one day when I come back, we'll get together. We'll go somewhere for breakfast or for dinner or something. We'll sort something out. Um, hey, I am a fan, Jody. I'm there's not wrong with that. But at the break, it is Burnley who lead 1-0. You know what? I'm gonna sneak off for a wee. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna sneak off for a wee. You guys sort out your breakfast chat, and yeah, we'll be back with the second half very very soon. So it won't be long now until the players are coming out for the second half. You can't beat a good Nando's. Great new place on Standard Street. Can't remember what it's called. I think that's the one that. That's the one that does like a breakfast. You can just help yourself, can't you, and go up and sort yourself out with. I think I did see something about that, John. Trust me, I don't expect anything from anyone. So no, I do appreciate the thought, Mr. Rodriguez. But like I say, it'd just be nice to be in your presence, mate. To be fair. Kate's got a good shout there. The pancakes at the Caro Lounge are pretty decent. But yeah. It's not too bad. The players are back out for this second half. Sunderland are going to have to now try and ramp it up a bit. There is going to be a substitution for Burnley, which is Cian McMahon who's come off. Connor Roberts is he still playing? No, I don't think he is. Is he? I'm not sure what's going on here. The Geordie fans, you could hear them say Geordie fans. Mackham fans, sorry. Like, we love Sunderland and we love Sunderland. We are underway for the second half. There has been a change for Burnley. Not entirely sure who that is. It is Connor Roberts who went off, sorry, and Scott is on in his place. I did say at half time I felt Connor Roberts was going to come off, and 45 minutes under his belt is a positive sign for all fellow Burnley supporters. Burnley now, to be fair, Connor Roberts has actually done pretty well. So Scott has big boots to fill. How we doing, Chris? Hope you're well. Hey mate, can't get better than that. I'm looking forward to it. Sunderland. Sunderland beat us in the Premier League 2 this year, 3-0. As it stands, things are different here. Sunderland wasting no time, trying to get on the front foot nice and early. It's like Logan Parr got a touch on it, so it is going to be a Sunderland corner. I'm good, Chris. How are you? Harrison Jones to in swing this. It is deep and Murray Campbell does well to get up. It's whipped in again. Header up and Alexic floats his header wide of the mark. By the way, I've not gone all Pep Guardiola. Like this is my running top sort of thing. So yeah, I've not gone Pep Guardiola full flaming, turtleneck and stuff. Abdullahi, oof. Pimlock nearly turns the ball into his own net, but referee just checking the ball. They're saying the ball were a bit flat, so they're having to change the ball. Hopefully we can get a win on that final day. That'd be something. You and thousands of others, Chris. Ellis Clark with a chance to whip this in. It's over, it's flicked on and it's 2-0! Oh, Kean McMahon, it's 2-0 to Burnley. I don't know where that's come from. Again, Burnley now 2-0 to the good. Clark with the ball, and what a finish by Kean McMahon. It's just showing it zoomed in now. Clark whips it in, and he just flicks his foot back. It's an outstanding finish. And it literally loops over the keeper. And it is 2-0 to the Clarets. That's the first time Burnley have got forward in this second half, and they have made it count. Still 40 minutes left of football to be played though. Burnley with one hand on this Premier League Cup. It was absolute peach of a goal. I've got to say. Sunderland tried to play a ball over the top. Too much on it. And Cooney collects. Throwing to Sunderland, deep in their own half. Murray Campbell tries to whip the ball long. It's going to be a Burnley throw. No, it's gone for a Sunderland throw. Ball pumped long by the Sunderland keeper. Up by Scott. It's going to be a free kick to Sunderland. Graham Murty gives some instructions to his home side. Harrison Jones for Sunderland works it back. Cowan, the keeper, gets put under a bit of pressure. It's a good challenge by Sunderland. Take the ball away from Puani. Can Sunderland now muster something coming forward? He's got the chance to cut it back. He uses Alexic. Whips it in deep. And it's going to be nothing really. Nobody making that run. And Burnley can breathe a sigh of relief. Johnny, we're on the 50th minute. McMahon Brown, absolute wonderful finish. Ellis Clark, the goal scorer, the first goal scorer, whips a ball in, and McMahon just sort of flicks a leg out. And as he flicks a leg out, it just loops over the keeper. It really is a special goal, one that you have to see back. And it just loops the keeper, drops into the back of the net. It looks like it's going over the bar, but it just dips last minute and drops in. It was an absolute peach of a goal. Burnley have a corner, which I think Clark, the goal scorer and assist maker, will take. He takes it short. Puani. Clark. Whips one deep. Keeper collects and rolls it out for Sunderland. Holcroft finds Alexic. Archie Lightfoot whips it in, and it's Abdullahi who tries to come forward. I think Ellis Clark touches it, and if he doesn't, I think it's going in the back of the net. No, it's Ellis Clark who headers it wide of the mark. It's not Abdullahi who gets a touch on it. It's going to be a corner for the home side, which they whip in to the front post, clear to the edge, shot. McMahon Brown clears, but Sunderland still have it in the Burnley half. Burnley fast to react, put the Sunderland players under some pressure. Burnley's sitting deep. Kingdom for Sunderland has it. Burnley stealing, I think Massaran blocks. It's Whittaker with a free kick for Sunderland. A lot happening. It's very fast paced, I've got to say. said, Burnley 2 goals to the good. One hand on that Premier League Cup. But we all know how football can change. Burnley also still in another final yet to be rearranged against our arch nemesis Rovers. That's all I'll call them. We'll bring on the bastards whenever we do play them. Free kick taken. It's a shot from the free kick. It's curled away from goal. Cooney didn't touch it. The keeper's been booked. I'm not entirely sure why. But apparently for delaying the restart. Clark picks out Murray Campbell. Cooney has to go along. Like I say, please drop a like on the video. We are going to be doing a watch along for the Arsenal game. Don't worry, I'm expecting to sit for 90 minutes of misery. But you never know. We've been a bit of a bogey team for Arsenal. So if you do enjoy these watch alongs, do join us on Monday night for that. Then the following day, on the Tuesday, we'll be back with a match preview. And looking ahead to the Wolves game, talking about that Arsenal fixture and whatever happens in that. But there will be sadly no watch along, as I will be away for the week. Lots to come in the summer as well. We've got predictions, you know, where I think teams will finish in the EFL next season. Reviewing the kits of every team in the Championship. And we are debating doing a predictions league, like a Super 6 next year, where we're going to get a set show, pick 6 games from the weekend. There'll always be the Burnley fixture in there. And we will try and get a league going and see if people are interested. Clark does well. Can't pick out Puane. And Briley does well to intercept. Burnley working it back. It's Logan Pye who picks out Cooney, who's going to have to go along with this under pressure. And Burnley tried to knock it forward, but to no avail. Kindon has it at the back for Sunderland. Lightfoot, bit of a miss. Well, Lightfoot by name, Lightfoot by nature. And McMartin Brown could be in here. He couldn't quite get to it on the second attempt. And Sunderland get it clear. Harrison Jones picks out Dinsdale on the far side. Abdullahi tries to roll it back. Briley does well. Jack Whittaker can Dinsdale get another ball in for Sunderland. On the edge of the box. It's been blocked and it's looped up in the air, which Cooney can collect. And he tries to go along looking for Puani out wide. It's Marn Brown. He can't keep it in though. Goes over the head of Puani, but Marn Brown doesn't keep the move alive. It looks like there's going to be changes for Sunderland soon. Proctor getting ready for Sunderland. Hey, I'll take that. I'll take that. When is Eurovision? I don't mind Eurovision. I actually quite enjoy it. I've only seen Greece's input, which is like some sort of like guy dressed as a fox. But that's all I've seen. But it's Charlie Dinsdale who comes off. And Tom Proctor, son of Michael Proctor, who used to play for Sunderland. It's this week. Well, I'll definitely have to watch that then. Some of them are proper shit though, aren't they? Like, some of them are really, really bad. Alexic has made the run. Murray Campbell does well. Knocks it out. Well cut out by Massara. I think he's just pulled his back. Sunderland fans saying, why have you stopped the game when it's not a head injury? But you could see while the ball were out of play, Massara was like wincing a little bit. The game has got back underway. McMahon Brown. Ball put forward. It is going to be a Burnley throw-in. Burnley's second change of the night. It's Puani who comes off. Is that Tweedy who's coming on? Yep. Tweedy comes on for Brandon Puani, who, to be fair, has played pretty well. No, they've not been that great, have they? To be fair, I've not even heard the UK's. I've not heard hardly any, which I think isn't a bad shout. Massara, oh, it was a bit of a heavy touch. If it wasn't for the heavy touch, could have carved an opportunity to make it 3 there. And as expected, a lot of love from my little girl. Love you lots, Esme. You're amazing and I love you to pieces. Honestly, I miss you so much. Mwah. Tom McDermott picks out Tom Tweedy. It's up against Lightfoot. Manages to cut inside. I think I thought that was a free kick. Play continues though. I thought it was a free kick. He was brought down. His legs were taken from him, but the referee says play on. Scott goes back to Murray Campbell. Clark gets the 1-2. Pardon me. Now Tweedy looking for the run. And Burnley are in. Oh, McDermott tried to be cheeky. Why didn't he just take on the shot? It's going to be a corner. He should have just took on the shot there. It was a deflection, which obviously means Tweedy... Cowan does keep himself in, but that definitely little touch. Oh, McDermott. I expected better from him there. Burnley corner with Tweedy to take. Whipped in, it's deep. And I think there's been a foul in the box. And ball back with the keeper. He's trying to hurry proceedings. I've just properly read Esme's comment as well. Love you, Daddy. Love you too much. Well, thank you for that, Esme. Really appreciate it. And Burnley are through again here. Tweedy. Oh, it's another heavy touch. Now for McDermott. McMahon Brown, sorry. Tweedy gets it again. Nobody in blue in the box. McDermott. McMahon Brown. Not much space to work the opportunity. Now McDermott again. Tweedy. Burnley have to work the ball back. Scott has it. Pump forward. And a good ball over the top. McMahon Brown. Can he turn? Couldn't quite profit from the move. And Alexic has got Abdullahi running forward. He takes the shot. And that's going to be a free kick to Burnley. It's Murray Campbell who goes down. 70 on the clock. The Clarets still 2-0. She loves her daddy a lot, but apparently she loves me too much. Hey Chris, I would love nothing more than to do commentary and stuff like that. I would absolutely love it. Just one opportunity to work with somebody and just give like an analysis. Like I say, even if Burnley just gave me the chance to do it once with Phil Bird, I would love that. I would love that. You know, I know full well I know full well that obviously no swearing, you know, remain impartial, but obviously still, you know, have some sort of, you know, bias to Burnley a little bit as a fan. But I'm actually going to ask the club if it's possible, because I would love to do something like that. Like, it would be a massive dream of mine to do it. Tweedy, McDermott, Briley tries to go over the top. Pye has to come up across. Proctor finds Scott on the far side. He's tried to dink one over on it. It's 2-1. Felix Scott. The cup final now up for grabs. It is 2-1. And it's Felix Scott, who's not long been on the pitch. For Sunderland. And he's done well. He's very composed finish. Cuts inside. Oh, Shane Cooney just couldn't quite get there. But this could have been so much different. So different. If, like you say, if Tommy McDermott just didn't pee-fart about with it and actually try and get, put the ball in the back of the net and instead of trying to wrong foot the keeper. Still up for grabs, and Burnley still hold the advantage here. It is 2-1. But there is still a lot of football left to be played. Now they seem to smell blood to Sunderland. Alexic comes forward. Abdullahi plays the 1-2. It's a cross goal, and Proctor tries to stab it towards goal. Burnley can get it clear. McMahon Brown does enough. Andy Farrell's up. Like I said, they're seeing a lot of the ball down that flank. Abdullahi up against Murray Campbell. Tries to cut in and take the shot. Good block by Burnley. Harrison Jones at the edge of the box. Now Tweedy. Come on, Burnley. Play a ball through for McDermott. Again, his touch has been a little bit questionable in this last 10-15 minutes. Burnley tried to go forward with the ball, but too much on it. Like I say, it's still very much all to play for. Alexic puts pressure on Scott, who has to knock this out for a throw-in. And Milan Alexic just hit the post. Something out of nothing as well from the throw-in. Oh, Cooney were beaten. I said it. Tommy McDermott were a little bit lacklustre. He's coming off now. And it's Zach Johnson who's going to come on in his place. What have Burnley got in their locker? They're going to have to withstand this pressure. Like I said, they withstood all that pressure in the first half and still managed to go in 1-0 up at the break. Then started really well by cementing a 2-goal advantage, but it just seems Sunderland are starting to edge this tie a little. Burnley need to think about the move, think about the pass. Marlon Brown again. It's very, very scrappy. Sunderland Sunderland with space on the right hand side. Masara, he skips past Masara and Clark. Now Abdullahi with a shot, and again it's Cooney who tips it onto the post. Sunderland knocking on the door. Burnley really are on the back foot now. Burnley don't want to be throwing this away. Set piece whipped in. It's header up there, and Cooney collects. Looks like he's going to go along with this. He tries to find the feet of McMahon Brown. Not sure what's going on here. The referee's halted the game. He's talking to Murray Campbell and one of the Sunderland centre-backs. So I'm not entirely sure what's happened. The referee's chatting with Graham Murty, Andy Farrell and Charlie Adam. I'm not sure why the stoppage is here. But it seems an off the ball incident. No card shown. And Masara. Lose out on the pressure again. And now Sunderland try to counter Burnley. Burnley need to get back in numbers and have done. Ten minutes plus added on. Burnley can hopefully hold out, but a ball across. Cooney does well to get in front of Abdullahi, but both of them collide. Like I say, I think there'll be a few minutes added on at the end of this game, but it's a good cross by Sunderland, and I think as the keeper comes up, the keeper comes and collects with his hand, but his knee's out as well. Abdullahi connects with the knee. Put both medical teams on to make sure the players are alright. So hopefully both players will be okay. But some of the Burnley players coming back for a bit of a light refreshment and some wise words from the dugout. Same with Graham Murty's men. Like I say, I'm still not sure what the situation is, whether it's extra time and pens if it gets to that. Cooney's up. Abdullahi seems to be a little bit walking gingerly, but he's up to his feet as well. For anybody who wants to see that Cian McMahon-Brown goal, head over to our Instagram, because you will see it. It's an absolute peach of a finish. Abdullahi is down again on the floor. I think they're going to have to make the change. He's up again. Like I say, not entirely sure what is happening here. Ball back with Sunderland. Well cut out by Scott. Oh, it's why did he make that pass? Why has he not looked for Tweedy on the run? Sunderland retrieve possession. Murray Campbell does well to get across. Alexic does well to skip past his man. It's going to be a free kick to Sunderland. George Brierley takes down Alexic. Taken quickly though by the Black Cats. Harrison Jones finds Abdullahi. Tries to turn. Burnley tried to get this ball away. Still Sunderland pressure in that Burnley half. Burnley now managed to get it away. Cian McMahon-Brown tries to put them under some pressure. The keeper comes out nice and early in. Sunderland know there's not a lot of time. Brierley does well. Puts a ball through for McMahon-Brown. He's onside. The flag stays down. And he's tried to... Wow, again, the decision making. The decision making from Burnley's under-21s has been a little bit poor in this second half. You'd think McMahon-Brown would have the confidence, being Burnley's top goal scorer this season, to actually try and take that on. But instead goes to try and pass it back, blindsided, and just makes a real hash of it. And now Sunderland are deep in the Burnley half again. The only positive we can take from how deep Sunderland have come is that Burnley can try and counter if they can defend these opportunities well. And there's a push in the back by I don't know, but he shouldn't be going to... Yeah, Alexic goes into the book. I was going to say Alexic needs to be getting a book in there. Mouthing off to the fourth official on the near side. I think Graham Murty is going to make another change for Sunderland. I think Abdullahi probably will come off. He looks absolutely buggered, to be honest. Martin Brown does well. Masara Losers out. Sunderland tried to come forward in numbers. Proctor gets there. He slipped. Sunderland slipped as he were through. Burnley very fortunate. You can see how much Sunderland want this with a pushing forward in numbers. Proctor tries to pick out a move. Nobody there. The thing is, Burnley are just pumping it forward. Probably say there's going to be another added 4 or 5 minutes on, maybe, at the end of this. It's going to be a free kick to Burnley. Abdullahi is absolutely just knackered. And it is going to be Abdullahi who makes way. He'll be replaced by Sunderland's number 15. Not entirely sure who that is, but there's going to be a change for Burnley as well, who not entirely sure who's coming off. 7 minutes added on. And it's going to be Egan Riley who comes on. Has Masara been booked? Not entirely sure. I wonder if he was booked for trying to time waste and not go off at the far side of the pitch. Well, he's literally 7 minutes added on. Burnley just need to hold out. I'm hearing it will be extra time. If Sunderland equalise, it would go to extra time. It's going to be a corner for Sunderland. Harrison Jones about to whip this one in. Header up. It's going to be a goal kick. Oshin Coonan needs to remember he's on a yellow card as well, the Burnley stopper. He goes long with this goal kick. McMahon Brown. Going to be another Burnley throw-in. But McMahon's Brown's finish, an exquisite finish, by the way. Like I say, if you want to see it, head on over to our Instagram. It's an absolute peach. Alexic tries to beat his man. He slipped, saying that's a free kick. It's getting a little bit scrappy now. The referee's going to have to take control of this game. 4 of the 7 played. I'm sure we'll probably play to 98 with the substitutions that happened. Brown again loses it. Now Sunderland come forward. Lightfoot has it at the back, just on the halfway line. Kindon. Proctor with a ball over. Intercepted by Burnley, but Sunderland still have possession. It's going to be a Burnley free kick as well. Oof. This is tense. Cooney goes long. Looking for McMahon Brown. He's penalised for a handball. Burnley, rock bottom of the Premier League 2, on the cusp of potentially getting their hands on this Premier League Cup. And Burnley, if they can keep this ball in, they do. McMahon Brown. He's took it to the corner flag. I thought he was going to go for goal. It's going to be a free kick for Sunderland, and I think it's going to be a yellow card for George Brierley, the captain. Sunderland take the free kick quickly. Burnley now need to be on high alert. It's literally seconds. A straight pass. Tweedy's there. Is he going to take it to the corner flag? He loses it, but he has had it in the corner flag, and there is literally seconds. Seconds. Jones for Sunderland. Sunderland come forward. Is this last chance? It's going to be a free kick for Sunderland. There's literally not much time at all. We've played 50 seconds more than they allotted. Burnley get it away, and that's it! Burnley's under-21s have the Premier League Cup. The first time they've got to the final, they've gone and done it. And it's great scenes by the young lads. Sunderland players on the deck. Like I say, both sides, their first time getting to the final. But Burnley are champions. I'd like to say it's been a bright spot. If I had to say any under-21 player, Kean McMahon-Brown, but there's still elements to his game that he could learn. I think Logan Pye at the back is pretty decent. Murray Campbell showed some sort of leadership qualities. But at full time, it is the Clarets who take this. I'm not sure if they're going to show us the actual trophy lift or not. But Andy Farrell and Charlie Adam, fair play to them and their backroom staff. Have brought silverware for the under-21s. Like I say, it started out really well with Clark's side foot finish on the stroke of half time. And then Kean McMahon-Brown, I've got to say, again, remarkable finish that you need to go have a look at. Exactly. And we've still got a chance to win another trophy with the under-21s against the unwashed lot down the M65. We're still waiting for that game to actually be rearranged, but as it stands, the under-21s could win 2 cups. It's just showing the replays of the goals now. Like I say, great finish by Clark to open Burnley's encounter. And it was Clark again who was involved with a second. Beautiful ball, pumped forward, whipped in, and McMahon-Brown's finish. Oh, just seeing it again. It's an absolute sublime finish. I can't take anything away from it. It's even showing it again, but like closer in. Like I say, if you want to see it, do head to our Instagram. It is literally there. But I've got to give Sunderland some credit. Do you know what? I've got to give Sunderland some credit. They actually did put in a really spirited performance. On the basis of the game, you'd have said Sunderland probably deserved the result. But you know what? The boys dug deep defensively. It was just a performance built on, great determination. Charlie Adams just pulled all the boys in now to probably have a word with them and just explain how much this has been a fantastic achievement for them all. And then I'm sure we will have the trophy lift. But it has been a fantastic watch. I'm probably going to call it here then. linger it about, but I'm sure you'll see on Burnley socials with the trophy lift and things like that. You can go check it out. You can actually go and watch it if they do the trophy lift on camera. It is live on X, on Burnley's Burnley FC Academy's page, and also it's on YouTube to watch on Sunderland's YouTube. Whether they cut it early because they didn't win it, don't know. But the best option is probably head over to X, head over to Burnley FC's Academy page, check them out, and hopefully you'll be able to see the lift from there. Thank you very much for joining me in this watch along. Like I say, we will be back on Monday with the watch along against Arsenal. Not expecting it to be like this. If it is, I mean, every other team in the Premier League is probably going to love us. But I didn't think I'd ever see it, but I see Burnley as, it says Premier League winners, 25-26. Burnley have the Premier League Cup. Hey, I'll take it as Burnley winning the Premier League. It's good enough for me. Good enough for me. Thank you very much for the love and support, the comments and everything else. Really do appreciate it. If you can, keep supporting us. Really does massively help. Like I say, we'll be back on Monday with a watch along for the Arsenal game, and then the day after we have our match preview against Wolves, and then going forward, then just catch us when you catch us. We will put some content out anyway. The World Cup's coming. We'll try and do some stuff for that. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Up the Clarets, another fantastic win, and we will see you on Monday for the Arsenal watch along. UTC. Come on, the boys.